Hi, hello, welcome back. I don't have much to say for this intro. Go see the first part if you haven't already. I'll link it up. I think it's over there. Anyway, let's move on to day 2 and 3 of Comic-Con. Okay, so on this day, I dressed up as Momo Ayase from Dandadan, and I got a lot of compliments, actually. Like, people loved my cosplay. My mom dressed up as like a stereotypical like schoolgirl, whatever. She didn't feel like being a character. So basically all this day we were on a very tight schedule. I had to be up by 6:50, out the door by 8, had to be at Saint Germain and walking in by 8:30 to get back to the venue for the panel at 10. Not to mention I still needed Brandon's autograph and photo op before he left at noon. So yes, I was very stressed. We managed to get there 10 minutes early, so props to my mother for dealing with that schedule. The panel was just your normal like Q&A thing featuring the Helloverse cast, and it was actually very fun. I had a great time. I didn't ask any questions. I was mainly just there to experience just the cast interacting, which was really great. Now, in the middle of the panel, I had like an epiphany. I was like, if the majority of Brandon's fans are here at this panel, then nobody is at his booth. I got my Bryce poster signed, which you can see up there. He wrote 1% represent, which is Bryce's like catchphrase. And while he was like signing it, he mentioned something about the panel, and I was like, oh, I just like came from there to come see you. And he was like, oh, well, I'm about to go crash it. So I had to run back, like literally run back. And it's funny because the costume that he's wearing in the video, he literally bought it off of some guy standing behind me in the line. If you know anything about these panels, you'll know that Brandon loves crashing them, and I was very excited to see crashing in real life. Brandon had his panel directly after. It was pure chaos. My god, like he was bouncing off the walls. He was making so many jokes, and my mom was there. I was like, my mom's gonna think I'm so weird because all this stuff he's saying is so like, it's a lot. After the panels, I went back to Celebrity Row just to annoy people. And Saturday was the first day Amir Talai was there. He's the voice of Alistair. And I got him to sign my Vox plush. He wrote, "See you in hell, Kennedy." And this makes me want an Alistair plush to have Christian Borle sign if I ever get to see him. Next, it was time for all my photo ops. I had like roughly 5. And I finally got my picture with Brandon. I was so nervous that I was gonna miss him again. I couldn't take it. But yes, I got it and it was great. Okay, but like while I was waiting in line, I had FaceTime my friend Ruby, who's also a fan. While we were FaceTiming, she managed to get these really low quality pictures of Richard Horvitz, who is the voice of Moxie. And she got this video where you can like kind of see Bryce. It's so bad. I had felt bad for Bryce because he literally saw me like 3 times that day. He literally greeted me with, "Hello, my lovely Kennedy," because I didn't leave that man alone. I'm so sorry, Bryce. Ruby hung up before my picture with Blake, but thank God she did because I managed to record our interaction. There's no video, it's just audio. And I didn't have like one of these mics, so you can barely hear what we're saying, but I'll like translate.
Hey, sweetie, it's good to see you again.
Oh my god.
I love it.
The entire con, he would call me like cutie and sweetie and stuff, and I'm 100% sure that's because he didn't remember my name, but he definitely remembered my face. And you know what? A win is a win. A win is a win! After photos, I went back to harassing the cast. I went back to Bryce's table to show him the photo of us, and he ended up giving me a free signature. I also got a free autograph from Blake, but that was accidental. I was just showing him the photo. I was just like, oh my god, like look how cute we are. And then he started signing it, like he started writing the beat. So he just finished out the signature. He just wrote Blake Roman, aka Angel. But yes, Saturday was a very good day. And I feel like I've used up all my luck for the rest of the year on that one day. Day 3 was really short, but it was also like the most emotional day for me. I dressed up as Finn from Adventure Time. I like to argue that was my best fit. I looked really cute, especially with my sword. I spoke to Joel and Amir for the last time, and I was just telling them like how much the show means to me. Ugh, I miss them! I literally begged them to come to more cons out here because I feel like they're never out here. I might have scared them off a little bit. Amir actually gave me this Alistair keychain because it was like in his pile of free stuff. I was like, thank you. Now I have this keychain. I also talked to Bryce for the last time. I think I was just asking him more like Broadway questions. He gave me some really good insight and I'm forever grateful for it because it's like one thing to hear it from like teachers and stuff, but it's like a whole nother thing hearing it from like a real life like Broadway actor. Also, fun story, my mom went up to his table and was like, thank you so much for dealing with her all weekend. I don't know what was said exactly, but the way my mom phrased it, it was basically like, he 100% thinks that you're gonna make it. Since you're so straightforward about everything, like he 100% thinks you're gonna do great things. I was like, thanks mom for essentially throwing me under the bus, but Bryce believes in me, so that's all that matters. The last thing I did was talk to Blake. It was literally the hardest thing I had to do. He also gave me this angel keychain because I told him, I was like, oh, like Amir has one similar like this that he gave me. And he like was holding this one in his hand. And he was like, oh, well, do you want it? And I was like, of course. Like, I literally cried when we got home. It was bad. I was distraught. I don't know why it took me so long to record this part because like I literally in this script, I literally only went over like the major things that happened. The people I mentioned in this weren't the only people I talked to. Like I talked to the other cast members, but it wasn't like nothing happened. Like we just talked like normal people. I'm not really sure what kinds of videos I'm gonna post after this. Comic-Con lining up with the resurrection of this channel just worked out perfectly because like obviously vlogging, whatever. But like, what am I gonna do? I like miss being a Roblox YouTuber. That was like the peak of my existence. But yeah, that's it. Subscribe!